Hello, everyone, and thank you for watching. Welcome to the SVM Network. We are here today to talk about Sammy's Compu-Tech. Sammy's Compu-Tech is an automotive repair shop located in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm going to go ahead and bring that up here on Google. Sammy's Compu-Tech. Sammy's Compu-Tech is located on 7th Street and just north of Indian School, just south of Highland. And when we type in Sammy's Compu-Tech, this is what comes up here. Sam Reynolds is a former production engineer for General Motors and did that for many, many years. Very well qualified to work on any automobile that you may have. This is their Google page right here. And you can see several of the listings and videos that were done. This is their location here on 7th Street. They are located at 4544 North 7th Street, Phoenix, Arizona. So I'm going to click on the home page and take you to the website. And so we have a video here on the home page. I'm going to go ahead and play that for you. Gives you a real good idea of who Sam Reynolds is and how they do business at Compu-Tech.
Hi, my name is Sam Reynolds. I'm a former production engineer from General Motors. We are a full-service auto repair center. We have superior technology in the technicians to identify a problem and fix it right the first time. All of our technicians here at Compu-Tech Automotive are ASE certified. We are an Autos Value Service Center. We are part of a 1212 nationwide warranty. The only thing worse than car trouble is trouble with your mechanic. We know you depend on your car, so why would you take your car and pay premium rates at the dealership? Or go to one of those chain stores that just turn you and burn you. You can depend on Compu-Tech Automotive to fix your car right the first time. So if you have a problem with your car, bring it to Compu-Tech for the solution. We will treat you with fairness and respect at an affordable price. Remember, we are your top-to-bottom auto repair center.
And there you get it straight from the horse's mouth. That's Sammy with Sammy's Compu-Tech. And I think, as you can see, the important thing to remember here is that, they fix it right the first time. They treat you with fairness and respect at Compu-Tech. Their expert ASE certified technicians use superior technology to repair your auto correctly the first time, once again, and at a reasonable price. They are a BBB, Better Business Bureau, accredited full-service auto repair services center, okay? And as it says, Auto Repair Phoenix is our middle name. Now, they specialize in all kinds of different repairs. Once again, it's a full-service automotive repair shop. So if you have a problem with your alternator, electrical system, cooling system, exhaust system, fuel injection, starters, four-wheel drive, you need alignment, air conditioning, of course, and it's starting to get hot this time of year, air filters, batteries, belts and hoses, brake repairs, carburetors, catalytic converters. If you see your check engine light come on, of course, clutches, diagnostics, differential and transaxle, electronic testing, emissions, full, engine repairs from top to bottom, engine rebuilds, mufflers, oil changes, naturally, power steering, radiator, safety inspections, shocks and struts, timing belts, tires, transmission repair, tune-ups, water pumps, you name it, full service. They do the job for you. So, if it's scheduled maintenance that you need, transmission fluid exchange, spark plug replacement, serpentine belts, power steering fluid, brake fluid flush, lube, oil filter, of course, engine coolant, They do it all. Towing service is available if you need it, and all you have to do is give them a call at 602-240-6022. Once again, that number is 602-240-6022. Call now. And let's go a little bit deeper here into the services that they offer, starting with alternators. So if you have a problem, you think that it's your alternator, take it in. They will perform the diagnostics and testing. Compu-Tech Auto Repair Phoenix will help you get your car back out on the road again quickly with exceptional repair and maintenance services in Phoenix, Arizona, and all the surrounding areas. I mean, they cover all the zip codes in the surrounding areas, whether it's 85010, 85011, 85012, 85013. They are Auto Repair Phoenix, 85014, 85015, 85016, 85017, 85018, 85019, 85020, 85021. Auto Repair Phoenix, 85028, 85029. That would have made for a pretty good wrap, I think. Now, please realize, before they can affect proper repairs, they need to be sure we completely understand what is wrong. Sometimes repairing a broken part does not tell us why it failed. We use state-of-the-art equipment to diagnose your problems and get to the root of the problem. And we know that there's no roots involved with your automobile. It's just a figure of speech, okay? And it goes on to say, our ASE and ATRA certified technicians can perform complex testing using the specific factory specifications for the make and model of your car. That way we know we are treating your car with respect. The respect your car deserves. It will never be disrespected. Okay, that's just a joke. I mean, that way we know we are treating your car correctly. We always go that extra mile for our customers. Every part of your electrical system affects every other part. So you can test everything. We test it from your starter to your battery, to your alternator, to the fuse block, and all the complex wiring that connects these things. Everyone at Compu-Tech Auto Repair Phoenix is dedicated to the highest level of customer service. They are all working very hard to be the best auto repair shop Phoenix, Arizona has available to you. So let's go back to the home page here and look at a difference, sir. Let's look at the cooling system, shall we? Okay, let's go to that page. And it's moving. Okay, there it is. Cooling system service. If your temperature light is on, call Compu-Tech immediately at 602-240-6022. Don't dial 911. Call Compu-Tech to schedule an appointment. Talk to Sammy himself if you can. That's what I would do. Most of the energy in the gasoline, perhaps 70%, is converted into heat. I did not know that. I had no idea until I started reading this web page here on the cooling system. That's amazing to me. And it is the job of the cooling system to take care of that heat. And we're already in a hot place. I mean, we're in Phoenix, Arizona. Temperatures get well above 100. In the summertime, you need to be thinking about your cooling system and your air conditioning. Trust me, you don't want to get stuck out on the freeway in rush hour traffic in 125-degree weather. And people say, well, it doesn't get up to 125. It does in the sun. Temperatures are measured in the shade, okay? Think about that, all right? So when you are actually outside in the sun, it's hotter than the temperature that they're giving you, usually which is measured at the airport in the shade. So anyways, getting back to things that are more important here, you don't want to get stuck out on the road. Now, it goes on to say, in fact, The cooling system on a car driving down the freeway dissipates enough heat to heat 2 average-sized houses. Once again, I did not know that. That's incredible to me. I had no idea. This is very informative. Visit the website, get schooled, find out what's going on with regards to automobiles. It's important. You've lived your whole life in the dark. Come to Sammy's Compu-Tech auto website and get enlightened, okay? The primary job of the cooling system is to keep the engine from overheating. Duh, of course. But by transferring this heat to the air. But the cooling system also has several other important jobs. The engine in your car runs best at a fairly high temperature. When the engine is cold, components wear out faster and the engine is less efficient and it emits more pollution. Something we know a lot about here in Phoenix, Arizona, pollution. So another important job of the cooling system is to allow the heat to heat up as quickly as possible and then to keep the engine at a constant temperature. So if your radiator, your hoses, your water pump are all working together efficiently and there are no leaks for the coolant to leak out, you should not need to constantly be putting water in your radiator, okay? You don't want to put water in there anyways. Besides, you really shouldn't be putting water in there at all. There it goes. Okay. Even I knew that. We can check the chemical makeup of your coolant. That's that's scientific type stuff there. You may just need a system flush and a fresh coolant to return your cooling system back to the factory specs, which is short for specifications. We can check all the components of your cooling system and put right anything that has gone wrong over time. I'm not sure if that's grammatically correct, but I like it. I like it. Okay, let's move on to the next topic here, the electrical system. And the electrical system is very important, of course, with regard to your cars or anything else. The electrical system is about electricity. That's where the word electrical comes from. It comes from the word electricity. That's the root word, okay? So, once again, diagnostics and testing. Compu-Tech Auto Repair, Phoenix, helps you get your car back out on the road, okay? If you have an electrical problem, bring it to Compu-Tech. They have all the fancy gadgets and stuff with lights blinking on and off and digital gauges and some of the equipment that's older that has the analog gauges with the little whatever that is, whatever, it's an analog meter. Now moving on to complete exhaust service. We know you have many options when selecting an auto repair shop, which is why we are always improving our service. We have top-of-the-line equipment. We use only premium parts, and all of our technicians have the experience necessary to do the job right the first time. We would like to be your number one alternative to the dealer. Dealer? Did it say dealer? Forget about the dealers, okay? We want to be your number one shop when it comes to quality catalytic converters and your one-stop custom exhaust alternative. We invite you to stop by our shop and see the difference. We go the extra mile to professionally fix just a simple weld or custom fabricate the custom exhaust of your dreams. We are equally prepared to handle any and all of your repair needs, as well as any sort of custom fabrication that you can dream up. That's a pretty bold statement, okay? And I would, encourage anybody to go in there and challenge that and see if they actually do it, okay? Because I'm even a little skeptical on that one, but it says that they can, okay? So I'm going to believe it. Fuel injection. Fuel injection. Who doesn't love fuel injection, okay? I mean, carburetors, thing of the past. But then again, I love my Hollies, my 750s and 850s, the Carters. Really, I'm kind of rethinking that now. I think I like the carburetors better. But anyways, complete fuel system servicing. In trying to keep up with emissions and fuel efficiency laws, the fuel system used in modern cars has changed a lot over the years. The 1990 Subaru Justy was the last car sold in the United States to have a carburetor. Boy, I wonder what those are worth. Subaru Justy. I can barely remember those. I think you could tip that over by yourself. I really do. I think you could roll, one person could roll that. I won't even call it a car. I don't know. It was like a mini, tiny little truck-like vehicle, okay? The Subaru Justy was the last car to have a carburetor that was sold in 1990. Wow, I did not know that. I didn't know that. The following model year, the Justy had fuel injection. Of course, nobody owned a Justy. You'll never see one of those on the road. I don't even think you can find one in a museum. If you have one, it must be worth at least a couple $1 million. But fuel injection has been around since the 1950s. See that? They take the technology, they invent it, they put it on the shelf, and then they pull it out later when they can charge more for it. Somebody has to do something about that. And electronic fuel injection was used widely on European cars starting around 1980. See, we're always behind the Europeans, and that's really something that bothers me, and I want to speak out about that right now. We're behind the Europeans. We always have been. Which, country came first, the United States or Europe? Europe was around way longer, than the United States. I mean, Europe goes back to, I don't know when they started calling it Europe, but it goes back to at least like that 500 AD or something like that. The United States has only been around since 1776. So, I mean, we're behind. We're, in some ways, we're 1,200 years behind the Europeans. So, and I think that, we need to do something about that if we can. So, at any rate, now all cars sold in the United States have fuel injection systems. It's mandatory. It's illegal to make a car with a carburetor. So don't try to do it. You'll get in trouble. The goal of a carburetor is to mix just the right amount of gasoline with air so that the engine runs properly. See, and I didn't know that. I thought the job of the carburetor was to just dump as much gas into the intake manifold as possible. That's what I thought. Or the fuel lines or something. Okay. If there is not enough fuel mixed with the air, the engine runs lean. Okay, I remember that part, and will not run or potentially damages the engine. If there is too much fuel mixed with the air, the engine runs rich and either will not run, it floods, or runs very smoky, runs poorly, bogs down, stalls easily, or at the very least wastes fuel. This is good information here. It's important. The carb, which is short for carburetor, not carbohydrates in this situation. The carb is in charge of getting the mixture just right. To that end, you need to make sure your fuel filters are clean to keep the gasoline clean, and the air filters are clean to make sure the air is being combined with the fuel is also as clean as possible. I'm not sure that last sentence made sense. I tried to read it verbatim, but you get the point. Keep the stuff clean, okay? On new cars, fuel injection is becoming nearly universal because it provides better fuel efficiency and lower emissions, okay? But also, it creates higher repair bills, which is good for the auto repair shops in Phoenix. Working on a carburetor is easy. Fuel injection, very pricey. So carburetor, fuel injection, they prefer the fuel injection. They can charge more that way, and that makes sense. And your fuel injection lines get clogged easier with dirt and other contaminants, and then it has to be cleaned out. So the important thing to remember is that, the modifications that they made in the design of cars, especially starting in the 70s and 80s and 90s and after that, were all designed to make you spend more money as a consumer. And I think, that's a good thing for the auto repair shops. So to continue, on new cars, fuel injection is becoming nearly universal. I think I just read that. Okay, we're on to the next topic or service. So let's arrow back, go as fast as this computer will take us, and go to starters. Now, and we're right back to diagnostics and testing. Okay, so let's not do that. So I remember anything that has to do with electrical, we're back to diagnostics and testing. Okay, four-wheel alignment. This should be a new page, and it is. And I like the schematic here. That's a Volkswagen Beetle, obviously. Engine is in the back. Trunk is in the front. That's the biggest thing. They're made in Germany. That's the biggest thing that I know about them. Okay, so if your car is wandering within your lane or your steering wheel is vibrating, what should you do? Sell it. Sell it to somebody that will buy it. Get out from under that thing. No, you should call Compu-Tech at 602-240-6022 to schedule an appointment as soon as you can. How wheel alignments are performed. This is very important. Wheel alignment technicians check an automobile's alignment by test driving it prior to servicing it. Of course they do. They go out and they drive it, and they hope that it's like a Porsche or a Mercedes or, Ferrari or Lamborghini, Maserati, Bugatti, even the ones that begin with a B. What are those again? The Chrysler 300s copied them. I can't remember. But anyways, they hope that it's a nice car so that they can, go out and, drive around a nice car. It's more fun that way. Okay. So test drives provide the technician first-hand knowledge of steering and tire performance, giving him or her, although there are no female technicians at Sammy's Compu-Tech. But I think it's important to be politically correct and include the female gender. Whenever it says him, you should say him or her. Okay? Unisex. Or whatever. That didn't make sense. Giving him or her, but it's going to be him, important information that will allow him to effectively diagnose any issues. Here is where the experience of Compu-Tech technicians becomes important. The more experienced the technician, the more accurate his diagnosis. And between all the technicians in Sammy's shop, all of them combined, I would wager to say that there is well over 100 years of experience combined. Everybody combined. Okay, so now front wheel alignment service inspects and adjusts the alignment of the vehicle's front tires and axles. A car that regularly pulls to one side or has uneven tire wear indicates the need of a front wheel alignment, especially when confirmed by the technician, who is one of many technicians, and including Sammy there, who have a combined well over 100 years experience. Don't forget that. Front end alignments not only helps your tires last longer, and anybody that's 15 should know that, but also corrects matters of safety. Keep you and your passengers safe. Okay? I think that's important, and I'm going to, do a little sidebar here. I think it's very important to remember, we're not out on the roads to be daredevils. Okay, that's not what it's about, right? It's not about playing, going into the oncoming lane and playing chicken with other drivers. Even if it's late at night and there's hardly anybody on the road, don't do that, okay? It's dangerous. Be safe. If your car is wandering or pulling really bad to the left, come into Sammy's, get it fixed, because the next thing you know, you're a little tired, okay, and you're not paying attention. You're fiddling with the radio or texting. Maybe you're smoking a cigarette, fiddling with the radio and texting all at the same time, and driving with a knee. The next thing you know, you're not paying attention. The car wanders over, goes across the center line, and, you know, nobody wants that to happen. And really, it's not funny. Okay, it's not. So it's dangerous. All right. So make sure that your car is safe, and that includes wheel alignment, tire balancing, everything that has to do with your tires. Remember, you know, what makes contact with the road? The tires. You know, it's not the headlights. Your trunk shouldn't be making contact with the road. Sometimes if it's a low rider, maybe the tailpipes are making contact, but I don't even like that, okay? Your tires should be making contact with the road. They should be filled with the proper amount of air at the right poundage, or I guess they call it PSI, pounds per square inch, or something like that, okay? I don't know. I'm not a gearhead. All right, I know a little bit about cars. When they do four-wheel alignment, they inspect all the tires, but technicians may perform it in two different ways. Okay, a wheel technician can inspect all four wheels, but only service the two front wheels. Or he can inspect and service all four wheels, which is known as a full four-wheel alignment. So when you go somewhere, make sure, you know, now hold on, buddy. Are you doing the full four-wheel alignment? If you go to Sammy's, that's what they're going to do, all right? That's standard at Sammy's. Don't go somewhere else. Don't go anywhere. Don't go to any other shop in Phoenix, Arizona. It's not a good idea. Go to Sammy's. They're going to treat you right. They're going to charge you a fair price and take care of you and fix it right the first time. They're going to charge you with, they're going to treat you with respect is what they're going to do, okay? Full alignment services are more expensive than other types of alignment services because of the extensive work, but it's worth it because remember, once again, safety is involved. We need to be safe. If you're not being safe, I don't want you to be out on the road with me, okay? Because I'm a safe driver, very safe, all right? Now, air conditioning, and this is huge. Air conditioning, it's starting to get hot. We know Phoenix is hot. It's a hot place. Your air conditioning needs to work. Now, if you have a real old car that's worth maybe like a couple $100 and you don't have air conditioning, then don't worry about this. You don't have air conditioning. You're going to be suffering. But if you do, which most people do, probably 90-some%, Compu-Tech Auto Repair Phoenix will help you keep as cool as possible in these blistering desert temperatures. We are #1 AC service in Phoenix, Arizona, and don't forget, we're the best auto repair shop in the world. Period. We'll put ourselves up against anybody. Okay? Anybody, anywhere, anyhow, we don't care. You know, let's do it. That's a challenge to anybody out there who thinks they're better. We don't care if you are in Tucson or San Diego or Las Vegas or Seattle or Dallas. We are better than you, okay? And that's important to remember. We have the tools and we have the talent. I like that. We have the tools and we have the talent and experience to do it right. Our access to all your car's factory specifications means we can custom tailor our services to your specific make and model. We can help you! Exclamation point. Our ASE and ATRA, I don't know if that's supposed to be pronounced ATRA, but anyways, certified technicians, which is important. This is no laughing matter. I need to be serious for a second. Our ASE and ATRA certified technicians can perform all the comprehensive computer diagnostics and physical inspections to make sure that your AC is running at optimal performance. We can handle everything from fixing a coolant leak and recharging your system to major repairs and replacement. We can even take that classic muscle car and modernize it to the new refrigerants. Did you hear that? That's a pretty big deal, okay? Now, as far as I'm concerned, that totally ruins the car. It's not stock anymore, but, you know, at least you're cool. We always go that extra mile for our customers. Everyone here at Compu-Tech Auto Repair Phoenix is dedicated to the highest level of customer service. We are all working hard to be the best auto repair Phoenix shop in Phoenix that Phoenix has available. Okay, and that's good. I'm liking this. Let's go on to the next service. And let's see. Have we covered anything that had to do with air filters? Complete fuel system service. Got that. Batteries. That's probably. How about belts and hoses? Belts and hoses. Total maintenance service. Here we go. Okay. Your car is probably the most complicated machine you own. Think about that. And one of the most expensive. If you think you can just jump behind the wheel and hit the key all day, every day, and have it work like the day it was made for years to come, you are probably wrong. When it comes to the maintenance that is required by the manufacturer, you can count on Sammy's Compu-Tech. We have access to the actual factory codes for all makes and models of cars sold in America. Most other shops do not have the level of access that we enjoy. That level of access means that we do it right the first time, every time, and it allows to handle this kind of work fast. Okay, your time is valuable. Why risk spending hours sitting on the side of the road? Unless you got a lot of phone calls to make, which, you know, then you can still get stuff done. Have Compu-Tech handle all your maintenance needs and never worry about your car's reliability. Your car has many parts. And I mean, I think, you know, obviously, we've seen them. You know, take a look. Have you ever done it? You know, walk around your vehicle. Look at it. Look at all the parts. Look inside. Open the hood. Look underneath. There are a lot of parts. I don't think that anybody would argue with that, okay? And many of those parts are supposed to wear out so that you can spend more money. That's what it's designed to do. Once you have used them to the point where they can no longer do their job, you must replace them. Your oil, antifreeze, brake pads, belts, and hoses, even your battery were not meant to last forever. They could make the stuff so that it would last forever, but they're not going to, okay? It's called planned obsolescence or something like that, or maybe that's electronics. Anyways, you got to spend more money, okay? If something is already broken, we can replace it and get you back on the road. But if you are concerned that something is worn and about to leave you stranded, come see us before your simple maintenance issue creates a major repair, okay? And that's words of wisdom right there, okay? And that stuff is important. Okay, let's go on to brake repair, which I know we have not covered. And I think that I might stop after brake repair. I'm getting a little worn out here. All right, if you notice any of the car brake symptoms or warning signs found below or anything else that seems not right, it's a good idea to have your auto brakes checked. Compu-Tech Auto Repair Phoenix will provide you with a free brake check. If our brake service inspection reveals they do require repair, we will explain exactly what's required and what's optional. We will then provide you with a written estimate before any brake repair work is done. Well, That's good. That deserves some applause. Yes, most definitely. Or at least a golf clap. So call us. Once again, I'm going to give you the number again so you don't forget it. 602-240-6022 and schedule an appointment. Looking to save some money on brake repair service? Check out our current list of discount offers. Drop in or give us a call. We are happy to help. Car brake repair service that's included at Sammy's Compu-Tech is number one, complete auto brakes inspection, replacing pads or shoes, lube, calipers and hardware, machine rotors or drums, test drive, especially once again if it's a hot car, and labor is included. Okay, so that's fantastic. Remember, I'll tell you what, if there's something that you don't want to mess with, that you don't want to screw with, that you don't want to just let go, it's your brakes. Okay, obviously. Now, let's go on to clutches here. I'm going to keep going. I feel like I'm on a roll. And that's under the heading of transmissions, obviously, because your clutch has to do with changing gears and your transmission. So, Compu-Tech, Auto Repair Phoenix, blah, 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 will help you get back on. Yeah, we already know that. We specialize in standard automatic transmission repair as well as differentials. And your whole drivetrain, all backed by years of solid professional experience. We can also care for clutches and transaxles. We can help you. Our ASE and ATRA certified technicians can perform differential repairs, CV joint repairs, complete fluid change, line drives, and so much more. Here at Compu-Tech Auto Repair Phoenix, we offer many free services, including rides to work or home, external transmission checkups, and computer diagnostics. We always go that extra mile for our customers, and I know that. I know that for sure. I know that for certain. Okay, we've talked about it at HB Handratty. Sammy, you know that we have many times. Everyone here at Compu-Tech Auto Repair Phoenix is dedicated to the highest level of customer service. We are all working hard to be the best auto repair Phoenix has available to you. Once again, I like that part at the end. It's like a resounding, never-ending chorus, and it's fantastic. Hold on a second here, and I need to take just a little break, and I'm going to let you listen to some of the Who here. We're going a little slow with the Camtasia recording program. It uses up a lot of memory and kind of bogs the computer down. So hold on here. Let's listen to something on YouTube. I'm going to cue it up for you, okay? If you have any requests, just, let me know. Say, type it in. I won't be able to hear you. It won't matter. You're going to listen to whatever I select unless you go ahead and exit right now the cyberspace and go to Sammy's Compu-Tech and get your vehicle worked on, whether it's a car, SUV. I don't care if it's a GM, Chrysler, American Motors. I don't think if you have an old Matador or something like that. Those were the ugliest cars ever made, weren't they? The AMC had the ugliest cars. The Matador, the Gremlin, the Pacer. When was the last time you ever saw one of those? Most of the kids out there, you don't even know what I'm talking about, do you? And actually, what I really need to do more than anything is smoke a cigarette. So I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to come clean. I'm going to come out here and smoke a cigarette for probably. I'm going to go ahead and put the live version of Imminence Front on here. So that'll give me plenty of time. This is a good 6 minutes, and here it comes.
This April, stop in at your local Valley Chevy dealer and drive away in a car, truck, or SUV you really want. From safety to fuel economy to quality, today's Chevrolet has it all. You owe it to yourself to shop Chevy. Visit valleychevy.com to compare Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs. See why more people are choosing.
Actually, this live version is not really that great, and this is using up a lot of space on the hard drive, but it's part of a SEO experiment, if you will, to generate a page one listing for Auto Repair Phoenix for Sammy's Compu-Tech Automotive, and I don't know if it's really going to matter too much, the quality. I think it's more about the content here, and I think we have some really good content. So, Pete Townsend, The Who, Roger Daltrey, I think there was like John Entwistle, wasn't that another one? And I can't remember the other guy's name. But anyways, let's go ahead and exit off of here. I had my cigarette, and let's go back to Sammy's Compu-Tech website and see if we can find something here that we haven't covered. Let's see. Safety inspection. Here it is. Okay. If you feel that something is wrong, bring your car in for a comprehensive safety inspection. Of course. I mean, obviously, that's a no-brainer. If you are driving down the road and every time you hit, 40 miles an hour or 45 miles an hour or 50 or 60, or maybe when you start to get up around 100 or 105, or if you're, maybe when you get to 150, you get a really bad vibration in the front end, bring it into Sammy's Compu-Tech, and they will perform a comprehensive safety inspection. Those vibrations and squeaks and rattles may indicate that your car is unsafe. If you hear something making noise, don't just hit it with a hammer, okay, to try and get it to shut up. Hey, I'm talking to you, okay? No, that doesn't work, all right? Sometimes it might. A friend of mine, the radio used to act up and get a lot of static, so he'd constantly be hitting the dashboard. I think that was a 1972 Plymouth Fury. Boy, we had a lot of fun in that car. And it wasn't always safe fun, and that's what you do when you're a kid. But nothing ever happened, thank goodness. And, that's good. So we're still here. If something suddenly fails in your power steering, or your shocks and struts, or your timing belts or chains, you could lose control. And, you might not even be a very good driver to begin with. So think about this equation. Bad driver plus unsafe vehicle equals, crash. And you see that sometimes when you're driving down the freeway. They don't use the word accident anymore on those little, the reports that you see up above on the bridges, whatever those are called. I don't know. But it says crash at 7th Street. Bad driver plus unsafe vehicle equals crash. You don't want to be a part of that equation. Use your head, okay? So bring it in. Once again, the certified technicians can perform extensive inspections to confirm that your car is indeed safe. You might be a terrible driver, okay, but at least you're a terrible driver driving a safe vehicle, and maybe if your vehicle is safe and performs the way that it should, people will be able to at least get out of the way when you make a mistake, and I think that's important. This is especially important for the family car for obvious reasons, and to be serious here, make sure your vehicle is safe, okay? Kidding around a little bit, but this is important. They can also perform these same inspections on a vehicle that you're planning to purchase. So, you see a guy standing on the corner, maybe he's got a trench coat on, a hat, one of those old fedoras that some people wear, that's pulled down, covering his eyes, and he's like, hey, come over here. I got a special deal on this car, or this SUV, or this Jaguar, Make him take it with you to Sammy's Compu-Tech and have them check it out. That's important. I mean, you can look under the hood and act like you know what you're doing, or take it on a test drive if they'll let you, okay? Look underneath and once again go, well, yeah, but you don't know. Take it to an expert, okay? Take it to an expert. Let's face it. If you're a barber, okay, you cut hair. That's what you do. These guys work on cars. They're auto repair mechanics. They're professionals. They're the best of the best. They're an elite force. Okay? So everyone at Compu-Tech Auto Repair Phoenix is dedicated to the highest level of customer service. Once again, we are all working very hard to be the best auto repair Phoenix shop Phoenix has available. Now, let's see if we can find another page here that we haven't covered. Emissions. Emissions. Very important. Not really that important. I mean, we're breathing in these contrails and jet fuel that they're dumping on us anyways, and there's no wind in Phoenix. So, I think I'm probably sick 50% of the time just from the air quality here. But it's very important that you pass emissions, okay, because that's another revenue stream for the state or the county or whoever gets it. I don't know. Goes in somebody's pocket. But anyways, you have to do it. So come to Sammy's, have him check the emissions. That's another way that he can make money. The state of Arizona requires vehicle owners to have their emissions testing done on their vehicles. If your car just failed the emissions test, or if you suspect that it will fail, you need to call them immediately, spelled with another E. We can diagnose your car, identify what the problem is, and correct it so that you can pass the testing procedure, okay? And nobody likes to go through emissions testing. Nobody. I've never heard of anybody that does. It's invasive, intrusive. It's like going across the border into a country where you don't even want to visit or go, okay? That's what emissions testing is like. So try and make it as pleasant as possible. You do not want to get pulled over to the side, see them put on the rubber gloves, and you know what comes next after that. So it's actually beneficial to everyone who lives here to participate in this program, but more importantly, it's mandatory. Let's not worry about the fact that there's a lot of air conditioning units out there that were grandfathered in that are still running and leaking R22 into the air, okay? And a lot of other contaminants. I mean, if we measured the quality of the air, if it gets any worse, the only thing that will still be living here are the cockroaches. So we want to make sure that everybody passes emissions. It's very important. The Arizona testing facility will not test your vehicle if the check engine light is on. Did you know that? I did. That's something that I did know. To know if it's time for you to get your emissions to be tested, it should say emissions test required on your registration renewal application. If it does not say this, then it is not yet time for emissions tests. So don't just go down there randomly and say, hey, I like this process. I might be one of the few, and can you test my emissions for me? They're going to think you're crazy, all right? So wait until it's time. I think that's some really good advice. Wait until it's time. It's just like, if you filled up your tank with gas, okay, and you drive like a couple miles and you see another QT or a Circle K, you don't have to go in there and fill it up again. Wait until it's down around, maybe a quarter of a tank or something like that. So it's just common sense. Emissions tests, failures, kind of a tongue twister. If your vehicle fails the emissions test, you must have the vehicle repaired immediately, after which it must pass the after repairs emissions test. No inspection charge is taken the second time you bring the vehicle for emission checks after repairs within 60 days. Okay, if you are a resident of Maricopa and Pima counties, either or, you're probably not a resident of both, you can seek financial assistance programs to get older vehicles, which are 12 years or older, and fail the emissions tests, duly repaired. That's a good thing to know. So that's, there's a little bit of socialism there, but I like it. The vehicle should also be operating on the road to be eligible for this. Okay, I think that's more common sense advice. So we're wrapped up there. I think we're coming close to being done with this website. Wait, let's look at tune-ups. I don't think we went over tune-ups, did we? Okay. At Sammy's Compu-Tech, they don't just replace the spark plugs and call it a tune-up. They work very hard to make your car perform exactly as the engineers intended when they designed it. Regular tune-ups are a great way to enjoy a lifetime of trouble-free driving. Don't be lazy. It's preventive maintenance. Once again, use your head. Their technicians can perform all the steps necessary to keep your car running at top performance. Did you know that keeping your car tuned up can realize big savings at the gas pump? That's what we're talking about, okay? You're already paying so much a gallon. I mean, I know prices have gone down. But let's face it, it's not 50 cents a gallon anymore. Those days are gone. Increased fuel efficiency is only one of the major benefits our tune-up services can bring you. And remember, we always go that extra mile. Once again, okay, I'm getting a little tired of hearing that. I get the point. They go the extra mile. All right, so let's go back to the home page here, and I need a really nice video thumbnail, so I hope that I can get one. I would really like to use this right here. We can always produce a custom one if we need to. And I think it's very important to realize and remember and never forget that Sammy's Compu-Tech is on the first page of Auto Repair Phoenix on Yahoo search. Okay, there it is right there. See it? Number 3 on Yahoo. Sammy, we got you there. You're number 3. The rest of those are sponsored links. Don't pay attention to those. See that? Page 1. Here, I'm going to go down and prove it. And boom. See? Page 1 right there. This is page 1. Auto Repair Phoenix. You're on the first page of Yahoo. Don't brag about that to Santiago Yanez. He will not be impressed. He won't care, okay? Probably just roll his eyes, give you a weird look, and not even say anything, okay? But as we can see here, Yahoo is the third-ranked search engine behind Google, obviously, and Bing, okay? Bing is actually ahead of Yahoo now, okay? But not by much. So, Yahoo's getting at least, 0.005% of the monthly searches. No, I'm just kidding you. Actually, Yahoo gets about, we're going to say around 15%. Yahoo and Bing are actually neck and neck. They're both, excuse me, real close to about 15%. Which is significant. That means 15 out of every 100 people, or 2 out of every 30 people. I think that's right. Yes. 2 out of every, let's see if it's 15. 1.5 out of 10. 3 out of 20. Okay. So that means that 3 out of 20 people use Yahoo. Okay. And then you are also at the top of Hotbot. I said Hotbot. Okay, there it is. Hotbot. See? Page 1. And boom. Sammy's Compu-Tech. Third on the first page of Hotbot. And people might say, Hotbot. What's Hotbot? Okay, well, Hotbot was a pretty big search engine back in, like 1989. Hotbot was in the top 5 search engines back in 1989. And they're still around. So some people, every once in a while, they're going to be like, hey, I'm going to be a little rebellious. I am not going to use Google and Bing like everybody else does. I'm going to use Hotbot. Screw it. Okay, or they might go to Lycos, which people may remember from way back when. And there you can see it. Boom, Auto Repair Phoenix, Lycos, Sammy's Compu-Tech, Auto Repair Phoenix, third on the first page of Lycos. All right, let's go to Dogpile, which is still recognized as being one of the top 15 search engines. And here it is, eBiz, a very good source, very good, not for auto repair in and of itself, but a very good source for statistical data on the internet. We got Google, Bing, Yahoo, Ask, which I just think is stupid. Okay, I'm not really sure why anybody would use Ask. I don't like the way their search engine is set up. And if we were on the first page of Ask, we would probably ask them to remove that listing. AOL, which actually used to be powered by Google, but I don't think it is anymore. Wow. And I don't think we're on the first page of Wow. But we're on the first page of Web Crawler. We are on the first page of InfoSpace. And we are on the first page of Dogpile. There it is. So we're on the first page of a lot of these top 15 search engines. We are on the top page. Alta Vista now defaults to Yahoo. So if you type in altavista.com, you're going to go to Yahoo. We are on Sammy's Compu-Tech. Auto Repair Phoenix is on. Come on. Okay, there it is. First page of Web Crawler. All right. There it is right there. Boom. Sammy's Auto Repair Phoenix. First page of Web Crawler. And let's go to really using up a lot of hard drive space running this program. So it's going slow. And there we are on the first page of InfoSpace. Like I said, there it is. Boom. Sammy's Auto Repair Phoenix. And I think that's huge. Now, going back again, once again, to visit the website. And we have some blogs on the website. It says some more things I think that's important. What does that check engine light mean? Are you in need of automotive repair or maintenance? Come to Compu-Tech Automotive. We specialize in diagnostic technology. We do everything from oil changes and schedule maintenance to minor and major repairs on every system in your vehicle. Systems like air conditioning, once again, for your comfort. It's not a safety issue. It could be. If you get really hot and you're sweaty, your hands get sweaty, they could slip off the wheel and you could have a crash, okay, as they like to call it nowadays. And remember, those are the people that are in power, the authority figures, the powers that be, that are calling it a crash. Maybe it's intended to scare people. That's what I think. Once again, they work on your brakes, tires, alignments. They're experts in transmission repair. They're the best auto repair shop in Phoenix, period. Okay? And it doesn't matter if you have a GM, a Ford, a Dodge, a Lincoln, a Chrysler, which Dodge is part of Chrysler, a Buick, which is part of GM, a Chevrolet, which is part of GM. They prefer to work on Toyotas, Infinitis, Acuras, Lexus, Honda, Hyundai, if I said that right, Kia, okay? They like to work on those. They can work on boats if you talk them into it, if you pay them enough, if you grease them good enough. They do have a bay to work on boats, and they can work on big ones, and he knows a lot about boat motors, and it's very interesting. Even if your vehicle is not in need of repair, I suggest that you stop by, park on the road, don't get in the way of the shop. Don't be a pest, okay? But I suggest that you stop by and just watch them work, okay? When they come outside to have a cigarette or drink a beer, have one with them, okay? It's a treat. It's a pleasure. You know, people sit there and watch TV, or they go on YouTube for entertainment, or go to the movies. You know, actually, if you go to Sammy's Compu-Tech, it's a lot more entertaining than sitting around with your eyes glued to the television screen. It could be a toss-up. Game 3, Spurs versus the Clippers, or go to Sammy's Compu-Tech and watch them work on vehicles. Hands down, go to Sammy's Compu-Tech. Watch them work on cars. It's fun. It's a good time. Bring the whole family. it doesn't cost anything. It's free. I've never seen them charge anybody. Although, if they did have a lot of people do it, they might start to charge. So get in on that before it happens. Getting back to auto repair and Auto Repair Phoenix, I'm going to go to Google here, and I'm going to show you what's really stuck in my craw. Okay, we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to type in auto, spelled it wrong, not two A's. Okay, Auto Repair Phoenix, and there it is. Okay, Auto Repair Phoenix. Dun, dun, dun. And let's scroll down and take a look here. Okay. It's my goal to get Sammy's Compu-Tech on the first page of Auto Repair Phoenix for Google. And I think, a lot of people pay for these sponsored links over here on the right. Okay, the pay-per-click ads. And sometimes that factors into actually results regarding organic search. I don't think that it should, but it does. Let's go to video search for Auto Repair Phoenix, okay? And, I just want to go down the line here. Martin's Auto Repair, heard of them. They have really good internet exposure. I don't know if they're any good. There's Sammy's Compu-Tech right there. Okay, there's Sammy's Compu-Tech. Now, what I want to do, here's somebody put a video on Daily Motion. Obviously don't know anything about search engine optimization. Okay, so let's go and look at this video. And I just want to be kind of obnoxious and heckle this person. And let's see if they know anything at all about Auto Repair North Phoenix. Okay. So, are you looking for affordable auto repair shop in North Phoenix? No. Sammy's is located in Central Phoenix. Okay, not North Phoenix. And we rank very well by zip code. So here I think it's getting ready to play. Let's see if it happens. And come on. Come on. Come on. I hope you're not getting bored watching this. This is terrible. Awful. It's buffering or something here. Okay. And action.
Transmission repair 85.
Spit it out. Go ahead. Come on. We're waiting. You got your Sharpie.
Thank you. Your car transmission may need attention.
Transmission
Does your car not start moving when you try to accelerate? Does your vehicle?
This is terrible. Somebody really made a video like this?
Smell.
I would not recommend taking a Sharpie and writing on a whiteboard to make a video.
The gear correctly.
I don't know. It might be getting better.
Maintenance of your vehicle's transmission will save
really
you time and money.
Poor playback. Transmission slipping. I would put a little bit more space in between those words.
Fearless Motorsport.
Seriously, I would. I would put a lot more space in between those words. Grinding noise. Car won't move. Sharpie dried out. Won't write on whiteboard anymore. Okay, I've had enough of that. Let's go to a site that I'm a very big fan of, and then I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going to go to Wikipedia, and remember Wikipedia, the goal or mission statement of the gentleman, I can't remember his name right now, who founded the site Wikipedia. His goal is that the sum of all human knowledge should be available to everyone at no cost. I mean, think about that. That's very noble. When I heard that, I thought, you know what? That's pretty cool. And it's too bad that he's completely broke and living in his grandmother's shed in her backyard. Actually, I don't think that he's completely broke living in the shed, but I don't know. Supposedly, they don't make a lot of money with Wikipedia. Who really knows? I don't want to get on a government watch list or anything. Okay, so automobile repair shop, Wikipedia, and let's look at what they have to say. And I'm going to comment a little bit on this, okay? My first car was a 73 Plymouth Duster, kind of a powder puff blue with a white top that I bought from my aunt for like $200, my college fund. Okay, when I graduated from high school, my relatives said, look, congratulations, you made it. You got your high school diploma. What comes next? College, of course. Thank goodness we've been putting away money. Maybe you didn't get any Christmas presents. Okay, the whole time you were growing up. Maybe there was no birthday presents. Okay, but that was a sacrifice that was made so that we could take and save all of this money. And now, here you go. There's $200. Now you can, take a class at one of the community colleges, as long as it's not 4 credits. Okay? But anyways, I took that $200 and, extended my middle finger and said, hey, you know what? This ain't going to college. College is a waste of time. So I bought this 73 Plymouth Duster from my aunt, and it had a sunroof, which was pretty cool. And it was rusted out because they put salt on the roads in Minnesota so that your cars will rust out and the exhaust will rust out. And places like Midas Muffler and CarX and other muffler shops could make more money. They love those salty salt on the roads. So anyways, this is what Wikipedia says, and let's see if this has some good fuel for fodder or whatever that's. Okay. Wow. This is actually a terrible Wikipedia page. It does nothing. So that wasn't good. Let's go back and Google classic cars. How about that? I'm going to go ahead and Google. I'm going to put in here classic cars. And remember, if your car isn't running right, go to Sammy's Compu-Tech, okay? Tell him Mark from SVM, from Spotlight Ventures Media, sent you, and, you'll get along with them really well. You'll have the inside track. So classic cars, we're going to go ahead and Google the images for classic cars. And here we have an old vet. Boy, who doesn't like vets? And I think that's a Challenger. It's kind of a small picture. And wow, these are some cool cars. Now the ones that are real old, I don't recognize all of those. I think that might be a really old Caddy. Okay. That looks like a it's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. Boy, those were cool looking cars. So there's a Thunderbird. All right. And Thunderbirds were very popular. I think they first came out in 57, if I'm not mistaken. I know for certain that Corvettes came out in 53. I know that for sure. There's a Challenger. Those were really cool. There's a Mustang. Looks like a Mercedes with part of the emblem missing in the middle of the grill there. And let's see, as we're going having a little bit of mouse problems, as we're going down further here, there's another Mustang. Corvette Stingray. That's anywhere from that's probably like a 69 or something. Let's see if I'm right. Let's click on it. And can you believe that it doesn't say? Let's go to the website. I'm going to say 69. That's my guess. 69 Corvette Stingray convertible, and let's see if I'm right. Could be a 68. Could be as early as a 68 from my knowledge of the body types of Corvettes. And let's see. I mean, boy, if they don't tell what year that is, and I don't think that it does. Can you believe that? It's not going to tell us what year Corvette that is. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go back to Google, and I'm going to type in 69 Corvette just to see if that was right. And then we'll be done. That's the last thing that I'm going to do is solve this and see if this is in fact a 69 Corvette. Please, please, please. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and delete that. Put in 1969 Corvette and Corvette Stingray. And I'll tell you what, I've really been working too much. I'm exhausted, and that's what. And see, there it is. Told you. Same car, same exact car. 69 Corvette. I was right. Okay, let's end it on a good note. And remember, if you're having problems with your car, if it's making weird noises, or if it blows up, if you have an engine fire, steering wheel comes off, okay, go to Sammy's Compu-Tech. They will treat you with respect. They will fix it right the first time. Say hi to Sammy. Shake his hand. He has a firm grip, and he'll look you straight in the eyes, okay? Because he's giving you, what's on the menu and how much it costs. All right, this is Mark with the SVM Network signing off. Bye-bye for now. And actually, we're not quite done yet. So I forgot a very important part of this experiment here to land Sammy's Compu-Tech on the first page of Auto Repair Phoenix, Google's first page for Auto Repair Phoenix, which, to my knowledge, has never been accomplished. We got a video onto the second page one time, and then something happened, and we lost it. So we're going for first page of Google, Auto Repair Phoenix. This is an attempt, somewhat of an experiment with newer technology. So I think it's very important to note that if you go to Google, okay, and let's say I were looking for the best auto repair shop in Phoenix. So best auto repair Phoenix, okay, and we're typing it in. See, now look at that. As soon as I type in best auto repair P, look at what comes up. Best auto repair prices, best auto repair Pensacola. We're not in Florida. Best auto repair Portland. We're not in Oregon. Best auto repair Pasadena, California. Interesting that they chose Pasadena, California over Pasadena, Texas. I don't know if you know this, but there is a Pasadena in Texas. Best auto repair Port Orange, Florida. Best auto repair Parker, Colorado, maybe, probably. Best auto repair shops, Phoenix. And then look at this. In the Ajax portion of Google search, they give special credit to Compu-Tech Automotive Shop 85014 North 7th Street, Phoenix, Arizona. That's Sammy's Compu-Tech. Given special credit as we're typing in best auto repair P. Okay, for Phoenix. If I type in an H, Then it starts talking about Philadelphia. Okay, I type in an E, it comes back there, or an O, comes back again. E, it's still there. So let's go ahead and click on this special listing generated by SVM, Spotlight Ventures Media, for Sammy's Compu-Tech in Phoenix, Arizona. The best auto repair shop in Phoenix. Let's go ahead and click on that. And boom. And boom, we see that Sammy has his own page on Google. Check that out. Of course, a couple people have invaded it with their pay-per-click mania, which should probably be outlawed. Not really, just kidding. Never mind. Google, you didn't hear me. There's Sammy's Compu-Tech, Compu-Tech Automotive Repair. Okay, there it is, featured with a map showing you how to get there. More pay-per-click invasions. There's Compu-Tech Automotive on Yelp. And there's Compu-Tech Automotive on Manta. There's a Compu-Tech Automotive on Vimeo page. So look at that. Dominating best auto repair Phoenix, Sammy's Compu-Tech. I think that's huge. And just to prove to you that it really is Sammy's Compu-Tech, we'll go ahead and click on the home page there, take it to the website. And, I think it's very important also to note, and I want to tell a little anecdote here about, Sammy's ability to repair vehicles. And I've never seen anything like it. It's incredible. I've seen him work on 10 cars at once. Sometimes without even authorization. No, just kidding. But at any rate, one time I was watching him working his magic, going from car to car. It was like a blur, in, out the door, perfectly repaired, people tipping him, news teams there, reporters. I think Lynn Sue Cooney was there to interview him, and he just didn't have time. And we stepped outside for a brief moment, took a brief break away, and we were talking about, I don't know, I think we might have been discussing Sheriff Joe Arpaio and what a great guy he is, what a great job he does. Hello to you, Sheriff Joe. Keep up the good work. And this car was coming down the road there, and it was making a bunch of noise, clanking, clattering, backfiring, popping wheelies, and just a mess on the road. And Sammy jumped right out in front of the car, interrupted our conversation, and insisted on fixing this gentleman's automobile, and did it in just a matter of seconds. It might have been 5,997 seconds, but it really didn't take him very long. And just to show the type of guy that he is, I mean, jumped out right in front of this guy, unsafe automobile, fixed his car so that he could continue on down the road and not be a danger to himself and others. And that's the type of effort that I see here. So, like I said, go in there, shake his hand, tell him you need your car fixed or looked at, or your SUV looked at, or maybe your boat repaired or something. Look him straight in the eye. Tell him that Mark Jacket from Spotlight Ventures Media sent you, and, you might get a discount. You never know. I'm not going to guarantee that. By the way, the previous anecdote was purely fictional. That never happened. And but, it could theoretically happen. So at any rate, this is the SVM Network signing off. Take care. Happy trails. And remember, if you have a problem with your vehicle, bring it to Sammy's Compu-Tech. Call at 602-240-6022. Call now and arrange for an appointment to bring your vehicle in, have it looked at, have it serviced, have it repaired, whatever you need. Take care in the meantime. And remember also, it's getting hot, so make sure your air conditioning is serviced. Bye-bye for now.